and welcome back to our show. This is the preview for England versus Senegal in the round of 16 for the Qatar World Cup. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like, and get involved in the comment section down below. The comment section goes off like a fan forum every single time, so drop your thoughts on England, on Senegal. Do you feel like England can get through to the next round? What are you slightly worried about? And what would be your predicted lineup as well? So drop that in the comment section. We're around 20 subscribers away from 10,000, which is massive. So if we can do that in and around this video, happy days. Up the England. Right, so England ranked 5th in the world. Senegal ranked 18th. England v Senegal has never been a fixture before, so that's mad that we've never played each other before. We do have a history of playing African nations in a World Cup. In '86, we drew 0-0 with Morocco. In 1990, we beat Egypt 1-0. 1990, we beat Cameroon 3-2. 98, we beat Tunisia 2-0. 2003, 0-0 with Nigeria. 2010, 0-0 with Algeria. And then we beat Tunisia 2-1 in 2018. So we've never lost to a nation from Africa before. So what could go wrong in a World Cup? But yeah, really looking forward to it. In fact, to summarise how I feel like England have done so far, I think we erupted at the World Cup with that blockbuster performance against Iran. Flattered to deceive against USA. Wales second half woke up. Hairdryer treatment from Southgate. A lot better second half. A lot better. Moved the ball quicker. We were more direct. We had more belief. So plenty to work on. And that will take us into England v Senegal, which I think for England, this is going to be a really, really difficult game. And I'll tell you why. We know that Southgate is super structured, super rigid, super defensive, but does like to, technically try and have a technical side of us going forward with pace, power, and to be direct at times, getting the ball into Kane. And he likes that structured stability going into a game, doesn't he? He sort of likes to try and manage the game and England to grind the opposition down. We have a lot of the ball. We move the ball from left to right. It's very structured, very ponderous, very slow at times. And that kind of gives me a sort of a structured feel to it. Now, what we're going to come up against with Senegal is the complete opposite. It's going to be pacey. It's going to be vibrant. It's going to be direct. It's going to be chaotic at times with the way in which they get men forward. They create a lot of overload. So if the ball goes down to the left-hand side, there's a lot of runners coming from behind. And it can tend to look a little bit chaotic. They are a very, very good football side. You don't win the African Cup of Nations if you're really, really poor. They are a good side. But those are the traits that I've seen when I'm watching them that they do create. And I think for them to succeed in this game, that's what they've got to do. They've got to create overloads, be direct, use SAR, be pacey, have runners running in behind, running through the lines, be defensively strong, be organised, rough England up a little bit. That's what I'm expecting we're going to see from Senegal, and those are their traits in which they're going to get something from this game. What do I want to see from England? I want to see us moving the ball a lot quicker. The ball it's got to move quicker. We can't have 2 or 3 touches on the ball. We've seen that in the USA game, and we saw it in the first half against Wales. too slow. But when we did start to find Foden and he did start getting on the ball, one-touch football, we were carving them open. For the goal that went across the goal to Foden, it was great work on the right-hand side. One-touch, two-touch football, create a space, create an opening, ball across. They're not defensively set. Foden on the back post, goal. That's that's the type of football we have to play if we're going to progress in this tournament. If we're going to play that ponderous, slow, moving from left to right against a low block, then we're going to have problems. But what I probably would say is the more you get into the tournament, the better the opposition, the more they have a go at you, the more you can create your own openings, create space. There is space. So that type of feel to it. I don't think Senegal are going to be like USA and Wales and just sit there with a low block. I think that they are going to offer a bit more. So I don't think it's going to be that type of game where England have got to just break a side down. I think they are going to show a bit because they do have some really, really talented players. In one of them, Ismail Sarr, who Ismail Sarr, it was linked with Aston Villa, and he's class, man. He's pacey, he's direct, he's got a shot on him, he's got belief, he's got, he's that winger that's got that bit of confidence, that bit of swagger, and he will pose England massive problems. And this is why I feel like we're going to make a change right back into this game as well. So let's have a little look at how Senegal set up. They've got Boulala Dia up top, who is a real handful. Ismail Sarr, like I've said, on the left-hand side, massive presence. They've got a midfield three. I mean, this is looking like a 4-2-3-1, but they've been playing 4-3-3, really. Just Lagana Gay is normally sitting in around this position. So they predominantly look like a 4-3-3. They've got Koulibaly at the back, who, he's a good defender. Do I feel like pace in and around him poses him a lot of problems? Yes. I remember watching him against Aston Villa v Chelsea, and I felt like he got run ragged as well. So defensively, they're very sound to pose a threat on corners, free kicks as well. They've got a lot of height in their team. They're a big team. They've got a big presence. And yeah, I think they're really decent, to be fair. This is how they set up for their last game. 4-3-3, 3 in the middle, 3 out wide, 2 wingers, and then a focal point striker as well. England set up in their last game quite far forward, to be fair. If you can see here, the defensive shape of England, we've pushed up, 10, 15 yards further forward, aren't we? Because we're playing against a team with a low block. Double pivot, Kane up top. Foden had a real good game running through the channels, playing on the left, playing on the right as well. We do offer a lot of width from out wide as well. And these two have been pretty solid all tournament for England. If we have a look at some of the chances that Senegal have been creating in this tournament, this was against Ecuador in the last game that they won 1-0. So Ismail Sarr with the shot just goes over the bar. As you can see, they've got a lot of players. They commit a lot of players forward, which is something to keep an eye on as well. I think in this tournament so far, England haven't really had to do too much defending, where I think Senegal will commit a lot of bodies forward. Again, they had another chance. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the box. And then this was a massive chance that they missed as well. What would I say about their quality going forward? Sometimes it can look like it goes missing and goes wanting. They had numerous chances in this game and spurned them all. That was a massive chance and he dragged it wide. But yeah, in and around, a lot of support. So the penalty, Ismail Sarr won the penalty and converted it. It was a long ball forward. His pace caused the Ecuador defence problems, and they were able to get the penalty and the foul here. Defending off corners, I think this is where they've got a little bit of a lapse in concentration in on them. as you can see that what we've seen from a couple of teams in this tournament is they're playing zonal marking and they're just lining a couple of 4 players up across the edge of the 6-yard box, and they weren't switched on here, and they had an absolute mare off this corner. And then again, Koulibaly put one away to win it for him. But as you can see, Ecuador, they have the same sort of setup on corners, lining up edge of the box. And, I think for me in this game, one player who's going to thrive off corners is going to be Harry Maguire. I think he's looked a threat off every corner we've had so far. So if I had to pick a goal scorer for this game, I'm going to go Harry Maguire off a corner. So let's have now a little look at what we think England can go with formation-wise. So I'm thinking we're going to go with a 4-2-3-1. I don't think we're going to go 5 at the back. I don't feel like we need to go 5 at the back. I just don't feel like we need to do that in this game. Maybe against France if we get through, but definitely not against Senegal. And then I think right back, we're going to go and see Kyle Walker come back in. Kyle Walker's going to come back in because of the pace of Ismail Assar. He's going to pose a massive, massive threat. So I think Walker will come back in for this one. Declan Rice was substituted towards the end of the last game to give him a rest. And I also feel like it's quite difficult in it to think of what we're going to go with and what we're going to do. But I would like to see this. So I think Declan Rice, Bellingham are going to start. I think on the left-hand side, I don't think you can drop Foden. I think we looked really, really dynamic with Foden and Rashford out wide. I think Foden has to play in this England side for me. He's one of our best players. And I feel like this is what he's going to go with. He's going to go with Harry Kane up top. And he's going to bring back Mason Mount for this game as well. So that's what I feel like he's going to go with. I don't think you can drop Rashford after his last game. I don't really think you can drop Foden unless you're going to bring in Grealish. But I would go with Foden. I think it's how he feels about Sterling, but I don't think he's done enough in the games that he started to warrant playing over Foden or Rashford for me. So I think I would stick with this, if I'm being all honest. Rashford's in the goals, Foden's in the goals. They both took their opportunities really well when they came in. So this is what I sort of would like to go with myself. Is he going to go with Saka and Sterling? It's just whatever. It's just whatever Southgate feels fit. But for me, I think this looks a lot more dynamic going forward. A lot more pacier, a lot more energetic. You got the defensive shape here, which is better. Shaw and Walker can go forward as well. I think that looks pretty good. So let me know what your thoughts are on this lineup. So, yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. My score prediction for the game is going to be, I think they're going to pose as a problem. I think Senegal are going to score. And I think it's going to end 1-1. And it's going to go to extra time. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1. I think they're quite decent. And you just don't know what you're going to get with England, do you? You don't know what level and what type of performance you're going to get. So I'm going to go 1-1. And I think we'll win in extra time. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the content. Subscribe, like, and comment in the comment section below. Up the England.